Hello guys, and welcome to episode 48 of my Stellaris playthrough, playing as the Schistocerca Alveare. And today we are going to be taking on the sovereign Kesem worlds after previously destroying more planets of the nation of Athas. So what we need to do is get the colony ship that I'm currently building to Ridigus. Then we will also get one to Stratal. And we do have two currently building, so those two colonists can go to those two planets, and that will give us more planets on the way to our victory condition. So if I go to the situation log, go into domination victory, currently we own 103 out of the 191 planets required, so we're getting there, but it's gonna take a little while. So you'll have to bear with me as we do continue down this long road towards victory. We do have unemployed population at Nadal. So this was Sabtrok. This was the one I think we took off the nation of Athas. Now ideally what I want to do here is purge all, because the Athenian are pretty awful, and we will stop 5 population from being I did that wrong. So we need to stop 5 population from being purged, so that we can move our own population onto the planet and then kill the rest. So we'll stop 5. Doesn't really matter which tiles we do that on, but that will do for now. Then what we need to do is look at our resource storage. Yes, of course, we know our energy is full. Advel Tavd. Everything's fine on our planets, I think. Nothing much we can upgrade. No, I think we're all good. Okay, so let's get our military ships over towards the sovereign Kesem worlds, and we can get ready to invade them. So these two here need to head over this direction. They are currently hovering around in the Neborite Union lands. And then we also have a couple of battleships here. I guess what I'll do is just merge them all for now and tell the one at Turbocore to head to one of these systems as well. So that's done. We've won the war. System surveyed, fantastic. Another one there. We are currently surveying all of these systems that we took over. So let's unpause it and get this underway. And what will most likely happen is, as soon as my ships get here, I'll declare war on the sovereign Kesem worlds. We need to make sure that I do get my new armies off these places here. And I'm going to bring all of the transport fleets to Jugum. And here we will merge them all. And then I'll split them up into 2 again. Because currently we have a transport fleet with 2 Ravager or Xenomorph armies, which are really, really cool. I'd like to have one in each of my armies. So they're incredibly strong. We do currently still have a lot of minerals incoming, but again, we don't have many things to spend those on, except for maybe upgrading our spaceports to level 6, but a lot of them already are, as you can probably tell. So yeah, I'm just going to pick a random sector. Make sure that I'm building stations. Looks like most of them already are. And pretty much all of them are level 6. That's just crazy. Oh, here's some that aren't. Oh, well, they're already building. Fabulous. Well, they're all upgrading to level 6 now. Did I do that? Not entirely sure. That might be a new patch doing that for me. In which case, I'm really screwed, because now I have absolutely nothing to spend my minerals on. Because that was sort of my mineral dump previously, was the fact that I could upgrade all of my planet's spaceports to level 6. Ah, here's one. That will use up some minerals. I'm going to get these construction ships to work soon, as we do begin to survey the systems. Now I'm tempted also to merge all of my fleets, so I might do that again. Okay, if we jump into the ship designer, let's see what we're currently working with. I think it's mostly just tachyon lances. I mean, even my destroyers have them. Wow. If I built like a fleet of destroyers with tachyon lances, and then they have guardian point defenses as well, that's pretty epic. We even have a tachyon lance on the cruiser, and on the battleship we have 5 of them, which is just awesome.
Research complete.
So we now have increased border range. Awesome stuff.
System survey
and
complete.
I guess what I'm going to do is get the psionic armies next. So with that border range increase, we've incorporated some new systems, which we can now build on. So that's going to give my construction ship something to do anyway. Salvation on Nadal. It's just because the purge came through, I bet. Yep, cool. So what I'm going to do is go to the service here. Can we resettle the population? From Skisteron, resettle to Nadal. We'll send a couple of the population that are doing research. So we'll resettle those 3, and we will purge the rest of those. And Nadal can be given to one of these sectors. So probably the Vikaskan. There we go. So that should sort itself out now. We can choose a new engineering research. I will probably go for fusion missiles, although the engineering facility upgrades are cool. Yeah, let's go for the engineering facility upgrades. Just so that we can get even more research after that. And this construction ship here is going to have a lot to do, especially if this construction ship's busy up here. So I might add Penic to the queue.
System survey
mining
complete.
Stations and research stations. I'll add Matar. So at least this one's not going to be bored.
Construction complete.
Checking around all my borders. There's one. At Fulbadan. Going to use my other construction ship to do that. At Ginog. Get the mining stations going there. Ooh, we can probably work on a new colonist, since we can colonize Kornagi. So let's get these ones on the way. We will travel to Ridigus and colonize Shai Poltan. And then the other ship can head to Stratal. And we can colonize Stratal Secundus. Nice. That's really good. Okay, so we are going to have a couple more planets added to our victory condition. I can colonize Pollux. So let's add that as well. We can get another colonist underway. May as well colonize all the easy ones. It will make it a lot better for us to do it that way than just by going to war. So we have our huge fleet here. Let's just split this. So they are at Rana. One has Kurl Sar as their leader. And then we can give one over Saz. And if we split them again, the third one can have this guy. Right, if I split that one, then we should be good. Right, so that's 4 fleets that we can use to invade. I'm going to have to start them off in systems that do have wormhole stations, so they are all going to have to head to Jugum. So let's do that now, and I'll make sure I have enough wormhole stations. We do have 3 there, so that's good. And I would like to build some more, but we don't have another construction ship, so I might actually build another construction ship just so that I can make that happen. And what I would like to do is build some wormhole stations at Mosthaven and at Kix Putrak as well, or maybe Impaltov is probably the best one to do that. Anyway, let's get this war underway. I'm going to split this fleet in 2. There we go. And now what we're going to do is go to war. Now, one thing that I was told to do before we start this, you guys in the comments have been so helpful. So in our war, it's been really annoying because I've been obviously micromanaging quite a lot, but I haven't set my fleet stance properly. So if I go to aggressive now, they will automatically go to war or attack hostile units in the system that they are in. So that's really, really good. That'd be really, really useful. The other thing I need to do is look at my migration policy. Somebody mentioned that I would be able to change my migration policy so that it was my own, primary species only. And that way, slowly, my population would spread out. So that would mean that my newer planets would fill up with population quicker. So we might do primary species only. And that way, only Schistocercan can move planets on their own. They won't actually do so very often because we do have like negative modifiers, but either way, that would be a nice thing to do, so that's great. Now, the other thing that I nearly forgot to do, well, I did forget to do, was the situation log. We have that, the Pollux 4 mission, where we have like the shield or barrier on the planet. Now, what I'd like to do is get a science ship over here to Pollux 4 and do the research project there. So currently my science ship is going to Doria. So if I just add that as a queued order for my other science ship, then I can take this science ship and we can go to Pollux and research the project there. Fantastic. So we'll get that done this episode, and we will also now go to contacts, go to the Sovereign Custom Worlds, complete. And we will declare war. So what do we want from this? We are going to need to humiliate them, and we are going to want them to get rid of Tropalum. So I might just have to search for these. So we want them to abandon Tikek. We will make them abandon Riador. Or all the planets in that system at least. Mestros. A couple more there. And that's 86% war score. So that's quite a lot. Probably a military station in here somewhere that's making that influence so big. Hopefully that didn't cancel just everything I did. That'd be quite annoying. I think it did. How annoying. Okay, that was my bad. I'm just going to have to do this again quickly. Abandon that one. Abandon these guys. And Mestros. May as well do like Lingol as well, because that will split their nation. So that will do, we'll confirm that attack. Then what I'll do is send fleets to each one of those. We will have a new construction ship soon, so I'll make use of that. And the science ship was here. Is that going to start heading towards the research project? Should be. Oh, never mind, that's just an idle one. Okay, so we can tell that to do something else.
Complete.
We'll head it to Nashira. And then we'll also head to Beld, Mizatorum,
engaged.
and Menchip if we can.
Log
No, we can't.
Updated.
Okay, I'm going to make sure that all of my
log
fleets
updated.
are aggressive. And that way they will get on with their tasks without me having
Hostile
to micromanage
fleet
it,
engaged.
which is fantastic. Now what can we do with all this minerals? Normally I'd pause it and be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, but is there anything that we can really use it for? Like, yeah, we could maybe get these wormhole stations built. That'll use up a little bit. Not very much at all though. Like 1, 2, 3,
Hostile
and then
fleet
maybe
engaged.
a
Situation
military
log
station.
updated. Situation log updated. Special project complete.
And it looks like our scientists above Pollux 4 have finally succeeded in lowering the energy barrier that covered the planet. When it disappeared, we discovered a mothballed battle fleet slowly drifting in low orbit above the otherwise insignificant rock. It appears to be the remnants of some kind of naval reserve fleet established by the thousands of years ago. By the something, thousands of years ago, I think there's supposed to be a word there, during the zenith of their ancient empire. With the passage of time, the something must have lost the knowledge to lower the barrier themselves, or these ships would have surely been used to bolster their own fleets. Interesting. So send in crews to man those ships. So what did we get here? Ooh, look at those. Wow.
System survey complete.
Very cool.
Hostile fleet engaged.
That's pretty awesome. We can no longer colonize that planet though. Maybe that was a trade-off. I don't know. Oh well, there's plenty of other places we can go. But that is very, very interesting that we got those guys.
Situation log
Very
updated.
powerful fleet.
Hostile fleet engaged.
So currently, looks like my fleets are just engaging everything in every system. And we're going to go bombard that planet, apparently. What I'm probably going to do is bombard this planet
Hostile
just here.
fleet engaged.
We'll get my transport fleet to come in. We'll get a transport fleet to head to Riador as well. And we can get to work on dealing with those planets. Right, so what's this science ship going to do now? I guess we could head out into the unknown
Hostile fleet engaged.
and check out those other new systems. There's a colony ship here that we can use. Where would I
Situation
like
log
to head that?
updated.
I'm not entirely sure, but what's going on here? Leader has died, one of our generals for our armies. Do we have any generals left? Well, no, we don't. So let's get a new one. We got the one with extra army morale. Cool. So that's these guys. I need to make sure that These ones do what I say. This second attack swarm. So I'm going to set it back to passive for now. So they actually just keep bombarding Tekek. And then we can land the forces there in order to take over the planet.
Construction complete.
So we're going to land here straight away. And we have a second colony ship popping out. So we just need to find places to use these. So may as well just land those armies straight away, considering we have a lot of armies. Let's send one over to Naos. And we will colonize this planet. So actually, maybe not. It's going to cost a lot of influence to do that. Surely we have more planets in our own influence that we can colonize. Apparently not. I mean, there is a couple here, these tomb worlds. But I don't think they are the best planets for us to be colonizing right now. I guess we'll just use this colonist to take up the influence down here. We'll take up the planets down here once we abandon them. So hopefully we've taken over a planet soon, once I unpause it.
Colony established.
So this should be over pretty quickly.
Secured.
Now we've already taken over the one at Riador.
Complete.
So let's embark them all and carry on to the next one.
Enemy planet secured.
So Tekek is under our control. Let's head that back to aggressive. We will jump the fleets off of Tekek. And I get the feeling this war will be over sooner than later. Hopefully in this episode. Be rather irritating if it wasn't. And we could get a science ship to come research those projects, but I don't necessarily think it's worth it. So maybe what I'll do is just make sure that I'm exploring all of the stars
Research complete.
that I can. Or surveying like all of the systems at least.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay, so that wormhole station's not going to last very long. I need to make sure that these all work on full bombardment as well. Because otherwise we're missing out. Right, let's go back to our transport fleets. That transport fleet needs to head towards, or that normal fleet needs to head towards Lingol now.
System survey complete.
And we can get our transport fleet to head to Elthior, where we can invade this planet here. Okay, these guys can now land. And the Interstellar Lelendra Empire has actually invaded Klart. So it looks like they're under attack here as well. Ah, yeah, that's what happened in the last episode, wasn't it? The Interstellar Lelendra Empire actually declared war on them. Ooh, proton torpedoes. I wonder if they're any good. I think we'll get the minus 5% building costs. Not particularly useful,
secured.
but I mean, will help out my sectors. I can't really use use my minerals for anything anymore anyway. I mean, I could be building a couple more battleships, I suppose, and go over my fleet capacity limit and cost myself some more energy, which I currently have too much of. But there we go, Ridigus Prime is ours, so let me add that to the Vicascan sector. And that's an invasion started there. At Kittrell we have already taken over this planet, so let's now head to Klart, although at Klart we can't take the planet because it's occupied by the Interstellar Lelendra Empire. So instead we'll head to Sondik, where we can land there instead. So with that invasion underway, let's head to Kessar, where we can invade their capital planet. The hostile fleet arrived. Looks like they're going to try and attack my transport, so we won't let that happen. And I guess from Riador,
hostile fleet engaged.
We will head to Kaid.
Situation log updated.
So that was pretty simple, and my battleship's
System
cleaned up there.
Complete.
So now we're going to get the transport fleet and the military fleet to head to Kessar. Alright, what's this fleet doing? Not very much by the looks of things. We could head to Percad, but we're getting to the point where we're hitting our limit of systems that we can take from the Kessam worlds. So I might have to just end this war, not take everything I want, simply because the Interstellar Lelendra Empire is also at war with them and stopping me from basically taking my war score any higher.
Secured.
The best thing I can do is just keep invading and securing planets. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So we will just continue this for now until there are no more planets for either Empire to secure.
Hostile fleet engaged. System survey complete.
So say goodbye to the mining station.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh wow, look at that.
Situation log updated.
Here comes the Arassian
Hostile
Dominion
fleet
and the
engaged.
Interstellar Lelendra Empire to invade the homeworld of the Kessam worlds.
Situation log updated.
Right, let's put them into passive and tell them to go to the Kessar
Situation log
Strategizing,
updated.
and then I can get my fleet to come over here
Hostile
with
fleet
my
engaged.
armies, and we can try and jump on the planet there. So Sondik is under our control. Let's now take over Karak. And we have a diplomatic insult from the Adnaran hegemony. You will forgive me if I dim my display, Schistocerca.
Situation
I simply
log
cannot stand to
updated.
look at your nauseating appearance. Wow. Nice guy. Okay, let's go and assign a new governor since one just died. I guess we'll go for the extra experience. That means he'll level up quicker, which will give us extra happiness and so on. This construction ship is finished in Paltov. Let's head it over to Edasish And over here we will build some more wormhole stations.
Station
And a
under
military
attack.
station.
Situation log updated.
Well, so far so good. We started our invasion on Karak,
Enemy planet secured.
and we did just secure that. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I am going to have to leave this episode here. Basically, what we'll do in the next episode, I guess, is finish off the sovereign Kesem worlds, and then we'll find somebody else to bully. Maybe the Lagantus nation. They're pretty large. I could get rid of Altair, Speaker, and Ibloranda, and that might free up some more places for us to colonize. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.